So I am here today at Gran Cenote, which is about 5 minutes outside of Tulum. It's really easy to get to, literally where the Super Aquí is at. Take about 5 minutes north that way. And if you're taking like public transportation, there is public transportation, but it's really hard to get back to. So I would not recommend. I made that mistake when I first came to Tulum. I came to a cenote nearby, and I literally waited for like an hour before I finally just gave up. Ended up walking into town, so don't recommend that. But if you maybe rent a bicycle or a scooter, that might be a good option for you. But driving is going to be your best option. And even I saw a taxi guy outside waiting to pick somebody up, but there's not like a taxi station or anything like that. So driving or scooter is going to be your best option. And as far as the hours go, they do open up at 8:10. Oh, I just stepped into a hole. 8:10 to 4:45, and the last entry is in at 4:10. So pretty excited to come check it out. One of the reasons I came here today was because I saw in one of the reviews that they have fish and turtles inside. Thought that was pretty interesting, so I wanted to see for myself. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take a shower really quick. You do need to shower before you come in. Oh, and a couple other things. You can bring in your own food and snacks, but they do not allow alcoholic beverages. So just make note of that. But other than that, pretty basic stuff. Shower before you get into the cenote, and I think that's it. Supposedly they don't sell snacks, but I overheard somebody say that they sold somebody a Coke. I don't know. So, but yeah, bring food, bring snacks. A pretty cool place to just relax in. I see a lot of people just laying around, hanging out. But let's go check out the cenote. And the price is 500 pesos. Kind of a little higher price for a no-frills cenote, but you know, it is what it is. 400 for locals, so not super expensive, but like I said, it is beautiful, not gonna lie, but there's no extra amenities or activities or anything like that. So, but if that's what you're looking for, highly recommend it. Here we are at the cenote area. As you can see, there are turtles. I was kind of expecting bigger turtles. I'm not really sure why, but there are technically turtles here. You can see they're just kind of hanging out. And as you saw there, you cannot go into the turtle area, but pretty cool still overall. As you can see, beautiful cenote. And then they do have a place if you want to get ski masks. I was told that if you leave your ID, you can get a mask. Haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. Oh, look, there are some turtles swimming right there. So, yeah. So pretty cool overall so far. I was expecting it to be a little bit bigger, but still pretty cool so far. As you can see, there's a turtle right there too. I was seeing if I could find some fish too. But yeah, I mean, they are kind of small, but still pretty cool to be able to swim with turtles here. So, and maybe you can't swim with turtles. I don't know, because it just said zone of the turtles. So I don't know if that means you can't swim there. I don't know, a little confused. But so this is pretty cool. You can see the other side of the cenote on the other side there. You can actually swim over there. I was wondering where people were coming out earlier. There is an exit over there. Haven't decided if I'm going to swim it just yet. Haven't even gotten to the cenote yet. I just got out of the shower, so I'm still kind of cold. Haven't decided if I'm going to get in. I probably will, but. So one of the things that's cool about a cenote is you get to basically see the dissection of how the land is with the trees. I believe this is a fallen cenote or a sunken cenote, because it looks like this tree fell from the top there. As you can see, its root system kind of sideways. The tree is kind of sideways. But that's kind of, you can tell if a cenote is natural or man-made. Sometimes they'll take they'll find a hole and just make it bigger. I'm not really sure what happened here, but it looks like a natural cenote, but I could be wrong. But still pretty cool to look at, to see where this tree used to be up here. It's now down here, and it's still growing. It's just growing a little sideways, so pretty cool to see. Here's another cool tree with the root system. As you can see, it fell over. They probably knocked those roots off just so they don't stick out. But the tree is still alive and thriving, even though it's at a 45-degree angle. Still getting plenty of sunlight, still getting plenty of water from the root system here. Even though it was uprooted, still alive and going. So pretty cool to look at, just to see the beauty and the nature. You can see a butterfly. I don't know if you can see it there. It's in the middle of the screen, hopefully. But yeah, there's just so much beauty to look at when you come to a cenote. You got palm trees, you got vines, you have other types of trees here. So pretty cool. This tree's pretty cool to look at too. As you can see, even though most of this tree is dead, it still has moss growing on it. And it still has another branch there that's trying to become its own tree. Looks like, from what looks like a dead tree, it's still alive. So pretty cool metaphor for life. But pretty cool to see how nature just continues living on. So obviously I just got into the cenote. You can't come to cenote without getting in. But over there, inside of there, there's about a 30 by 30 cave. Unfortunately, I did not bring my GoPro, so you'll have to come check it out yourself. But there's some bats in there. Pretty cool. It's not super dark to where it's scary, but I wasn't sure how my video quality would come out, so I was like, I'm not gonna risk my phone just to get subpar video. But definitely come check this out yourself. You'll enjoy it. The open areas, you can see people behind me are hanging out with their family, just relaxing, enjoying this beautiful day here in Tulum. So a good option for you too. If you don't want to get in the cenote, you can just hang out on top, enjoy the beautiful weather, the beautiful sun. But let's go check out the other side of the cenote. I didn't want to swim under the cave I showed you earlier. Like I said, I just brought my phone today, so I didn't know if I'd ruin it or whatever. So here we are. But let's check this out. So this is the other side of the cenote that I showed you guys earlier. I'll show you the cave here in a second, so you can see what that looks like if you are more adventurous than me today, or you brought a waterproof camera. Like I said, I have an iPhone. I know it's water resistant, but I didn't feel like finding out. But there's the other side I showed y'all earlier. And this is the other side of the cenote. So I thought I saw fish in here earlier, but I don't think that was fish I saw. So, but as you can see, the cenote is crystal clear. It's beautiful. Looks like they take really good care of it. There's no trash or anything laying around here, and more beautiful views of the rock formations and the root system and things like that. There you can see a tree just going directly out of the roots. So pretty cool overall. So a lot of times people ask me, what cenote do you recommend? And I always ask them, well, what are you looking for? Every cenote has its own beauty, has its own pros and cons. So if you're looking for a place to relax in, very easy to get to, not a lot of walking, I would recommend this one. This is the only stairs you really have to take. You know, some cenotes like, I don't want to say any names because I can't think of it off my head, but you have to walk like a lot just to get around, just to see things. Here it's very easy to get to. As I mentioned, those are the only steps. So, you know, if you have any mobility issues, I did see a guy on a cane. He did seem to be getting around just fine. He was in the other side of the cenote. So if you have any mobility issues, aside from not being able to take steps, you probably still can enjoy most of it, or you can enjoy up the top area while your family swims, things like that. But if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. Here you can see a few tiny fish in the water here, so technically I guess there are fish here. But yeah, like I said, come check this place out. Let me know what you think.